The boss was mysteriously murdered. Nelson feared he would be treated as the killer, so he bought a bus ticket overnight and fled in panic. But the police had already discovered he was not the killer, and the real killer was heading in the same direction as him. The two unexpectedly crossed paths. Seeing Nelson staring straight at him, the killer thought he was being followed, so he panicked and stepped on the gas to escape. In reality, Nelson had not even seen the outside clearly. He was simply admiring his own reflection. At that moment, the radio broadcast a police alert. The killer had stolen a black Jeep with flame decals. Citizens were warned to stay alert. The killer realized the vehicle could no longer be used, and quickly abandoned it. Meanwhile, Nelson had just planned to rest, but the driver told him they had arrived. Only then did he realize the ticket seller had tricked him. He was still 70 kilometers from his destination. He walked all night until dawn. When thirsty, he picked wild fruit. When hungry, he reluctantly ate poisonous mushrooms. Luckily, he found the flame-painted Jeep the killer had abandoned. He immediately drove toward a nearby motel. While checking in, the motel owner saw the killer description in the newspaper. He noticed the vehicle Nelson arrived in matched the report. He concluded Nelson must be the murderer, and quietly called the police. After taking a shower, Nelson saw the news. He did not expect to be discovered so quickly. In anger, he slammed against the wall. Coincidentally, the real killer was staying in the room next door. He panicked and thought he had been exposed. Soon the police surrounded the motel. Nelson cleverly wrapped a towel around his head, pretending he was drying his hair, and tried to slip away. But the police paid no attention to him, because his body shape did not match the killer. But the motel owner suddenly pointed him out. Nelson had no choice but to create a distraction. He shouted there was a flying saucer behind them. Clearly the police still ignored him, but the real killer nearby misunderstood. He thought Nelson was deliberately reporting him, so he confronted the police and opened fire. Nelson seized the chance and ran wildly. He even thought the police were shooting at him, so he kept dodging left and right, thinking there were so many officers, yet none of them could hit him.